your contact information. Thank you for being here. We're going to just start in just 2 minutes. Again, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining the session. We're getting ready to start at 9, pretty much in a minute. So please share your contact information, what you guys do in the chat. So you can use this time also to network and get to know everybody. Welcome, David. Welcome, Vine Laboratories has been working with RTD in so many contracts. Jinja, welcome. Wesley. Nice. Welcome, Carol. Crystal. Nice. Well, it's 9. Let's just give a couple of seconds just to let the people in for just a couple of seconds. And we're going to take it to Crystal for a second, but just give us maybe 20 more seconds just to see if everybody connect. Meanwhile, please share your contact information in the chat. What do you guys do? That would be great. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to our RTD business station in a beautiful day in Colorado. Thank you for being here, taking the time to hear about RTD contracting opportunities. Before I keep talking and letting you guys know what would be our topics for today, please let Crystal talk a little bit about the meeting protocol. Go ahead, Crystal.
Hi, everyone. I just wanted to let you know that you are muted unless you are presenters. So make sure to put any questions in the chat. We have a couple people watching the chat for some questions, so we will address those as they come up. Make sure to introduce yourself in the chat. That way there's good networking opportunities. Let us know if you're a prime or if you're a small business. That's a great way to network. And also, oh yeah, the chat. Also, this meeting is being recorded. So being in this meeting, you are consenting to being recorded as well. Once the meeting is over, we will share a YouTube link to where you can watch the recorded version as well. So, and back to you, Alexis, or...
Yeah, thank you, Crystal. Yes, now we're going to have, as part of RTD's organizational safety protocols, we usually share a safety moment. So Jose will be taking care of that. Jose, go ahead.
Thank you, Alexis. Good morning, everybody. February is Heart Month, so we're going to be talking about the importance of CPR and knowing CPR. According to the American Heart Association, more than 350,000 cardiac arrests occur outside hospitals every year in the United States. When those cardiac arrests happen, survival depends on immediate action. In these critical moments, the first responder is rarely a medical professional. It's usually a coworker, a friend, or a family member, or even a stranger nearby. So after calling 911, providing high-quality CPR is the single most important action you can take. Immediate CPR greatly increases a person's chance of survival. Yet, bystanders only step in about 40% of the time. So here are some key reminders from the American Heart Association. For adults and teens, hands-only CPR, hard and fast chest compressions, can double or triple survivor chances. Infants or children are required CPR that includes both compressions and rescue breaths. Cardiac arrest can happen anywhere, at home, at work, or at the gym. You do not need to have medical credentials to save a life. What's required is knowledge, courage, and readiness to act. So for CPR training is simple, accessible, and designed for everybody. So you can find a class and learn CPR at American Heart Association website, heart.org/nation. Check it out. Thank you. Back to you, Alexis.
Thank you, Jose. Great safety moment. Really important. Well, now we're going to have Gabe Christie, which is our RTD's ADA manager. He's currently acting as our CRD or CP Rights Director, and he would like to share a welcoming message for you guys. Go ahead, Gabe.
Thanks, Alexis. And I just want to say welcome to all of our participants to the first RTD business station of the 2026 season by the Small Disadvantaged Enterprise Advisory Council. I would like to remind you all to always look for contracting opportunities in OpenGov and pursue RTD's free of charge SBE certification. Any firm is always welcome to do business with RTD, regardless of size, gender, race, and under SBO, Civil Rights is here to support you and your businesses. And so please don't be afraid to come to Alexis or the team anytime after this session to get more information, right, and to learn more about the opportunities RTD presents. Thank you, Alexis, and thank you to the team.
Thank you, Gabe. Appreciate it. So now we're going to start with our presenters. I'm really excited for two things. First of all, this meeting is already close to 200 people attending. The other reason is my daughter is getting married in 10 days. So I'm excited for that as well. A little bit nervous about it, but let's focus on the meeting. So today we're going to have 8 project managers talking about a lot of different contracting opportunities in construction related, maintenance, information and technology, bus contracted services, rail operations, and actually parts and purchasing that our contracting and procurement team does in almost a daily basis. So you'll hear a lot of different contracting opportunities for the next hour. If you are not interested, maybe you know somebody in the community that might be interested. So let's start today with Joyce Vishwakarma, which is our acting assistant general manager. She's going to talk about a little bit about construction projects. Joyce, now the floor is yours.
Thank you, Alexis. So good morning, everyone who's attending. Thank you so much for joining us today. So as introduced, I am Jyotsna Vishwakarma, Acting Assistant General Manager of Capital Programs. And I am going to take a few minutes to explain the overall framework or state of our program, okay, that originates the design and construction projects. So the upcoming solicitations that I'm going to talk about relate to bus, rail, facilities, and park and ride projects, and are designed to enhance public transportation efficiency, safety, and accessibility. In our capital investment program, the focus is on replacing existing assets and modernizing them where warranted. So as we look at projects, we are not just replacing in kind, we are looking at how we can enhance them. I will be first covering system-wide contracts, then planned industry outreach, and then the smaller projects that we have. I want to emphasize that these projects are funded projects, mostly with local dollars. There has been discussion about RTD budgetary challenges, but in recent years, we have strengthened the programs to proactively plan for replacement of assets. And that is why this year and in the coming years, you will see a large variety of small, medium, and large projects that we need help implementing. And we are greatly ramping up project delivery and execution. So first off, I'm going to cover 4 system-wide on-call contracts. And we currently have a design services solicitation open for bus, rail, facilities, and park and rides. This closes on March 9 at 1 p.m. The professional services we are looking for are to move people via bus and rail. So roadway and track engineering are key disciplines. We are also looking for structural, geotechnical, rail systems, mechanical and electrical engineering. We also need architecture, urban design, and landscape architecture expertise to be able to do work on our rail stations and within our facilities. We also need surveying for other projects, and other needs may arise. So this solicitation provides opportunities for subcontracting, as smaller specialty firms can choose to partner with larger firms. Secondly, in Q2 of this year, we plan to solicit for construction materials testing and inspection services for construction projects. Most of the scope we have is for subgrade concrete, asphalt, and rail work, but needs for other testing opportunities also arise. So again, this solicitation provides opportunities for subcontracting or going after the main contract, as smaller specialty firms can choose to partner with larger firms. The third solicitation we anticipate putting out is to manage unanticipated events that may occur in our system. So unfortunately, every year or every couple of years, we have unfortunate incidents happen. And we need the capability in place to be able to rapidly design, construct, manage, and restore the project. We are calling this Rapid System-Wide Resilience, Readiness, and Recovery Services. And some of the scopes that could be involved in these kinds of projects are securing the site, structural design and construction, monitoring structures for movement, and environmental cleanup services. And lastly, we have on-call construction contract that is expiring this year, so we are looking at replacing it. This contract has typically been used to award smaller scopes of work for miscellaneous needs as they arise in parking lots and buildings. And there is ample opportunity for smaller firms to bid on this type of a contract. Next slide, please. So a big effort that we are gearing up for is future rail reconstruction. As some of you may be aware, we are doing a major project currently downtown to reconstruct rail after 30 years of being in place. So our light rail system is more than 30 years old, and we need to plan for systematic replacements and reconstruction of various track segments and rail systems such as traction power substations. We may also look at operational improvements like adding crossovers or additional pocket tracks or enhancements as we are looking at these projects. A key consideration of setting up the rail reconstruction work is maximizing the work done in the shortest time possible, because we need to obviously be mindful of impacting the journeys of our customers. Construction projects are a hindrance in their day and their plans. So we would be looking to find the key balance between productivity and the rail service impacts there. So in the next second quarter of this year, we are planning to issue a request for information to be able to discuss with vendors what their offerings might be to be able to keep our rail in a state of good repair. And we hope to be able to discuss production rate capabilities, what people might need from us as an owner, and then what are the best ways of replacing some of these bigger rail system elements. And the responses and the received from the request for information will feed into our contracting approach for future rail projects. Next slide, please. So next, we anticipate a solicitation we anticipate putting out this year is for bus stop improvements at 17 locations along several arterial roadways for accessibility and safety improvements. These are along Colfax, Parker, Federal, Sheridan, and Alameda, all CDOT roadways. The scope of work includes demolition, curb and gutters, sidewalk, and some work related to removing and installing bus shelters. And since this work is roadside, traffic control will be required. Next slide, please. Next up, we have a parking lot project at Federal Center. This work is to continue to address cracked and damaged asphalt for a portion of the park and ride. Next slide, please. Next, we plan to solicit a contract for erosion and weed control at Skyridge and Ridgegate stations. The scope is anticipated to be to clear the area, prepare the site, seeding and removing noxious weeds. Next slide, please. We plan to replace failed or failing plant material along the end line. Next slide, please. We have a parking garage on the light rail system at Lincoln. This structure has some issues with the fire suppression system. So we plan on having 2 separate solicitations related to fixing the issues. The first one is to add nitrogen to the system to slow down the deterioration. And the second one will be to replace the fire suppression system piping. Next slide, please. So this year, we have introduced a new tool so all people can follow our infrastructure projects, how they are proceeding, where we are, and how close we are to delivering on what we have planned for the year. So this is new for us. Please check it out if you have, the inclination to do so. We will keep this updated so you are better informed where we are with progressing these projects. And please feel free to reach out if there are any questions for me. And now I'm going to turn this over to Sean Moran to talk about some of our contracted maintenance services. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joyce. Before going to Sean, do we have any question, or Vashi or Jose? Do you see any questions so far for Joyce now?
Not
I
yet.
don't have anything on, I don't see any specific questions right now.
Okay, good. Sorry, Joyce. Go ahead, Sean.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Joyce, and thanks, Alexis. First off, just want to say welcome and thank you, everybody, for being here. My name is Sean Moran. I'm the contracted public facilities manager, so I oversee any type of contracted services that are out at our light rail stations, park and rides, and bus stops. Next slide, please. The first project we have going out for bid this year is services at Wine Coupe Plaza. And Wine Coupe Plaza is that giant plaza space that's right in front of the Denver Union Station historic building. So there's a lot of components to that, and we're rolling it out as one contract with a lot of subcontracting opportunities, a lot of opportunity to kind of get some a prime and some smaller firms in there as well. So these services are going to cover all the custodial services for the facility. So that would entail having someone on site roughly from 9 a.m. or excuse me, from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Daily, and addressing the trash, kind of going around sweeping up debris and then coordinating any graffiti removal that may occur on the premises. Next portion of this is we also have snow removal. So it being such a wide open space, there's a lot of and being kind of in the heart of downtown Denver, there's a lot of snow removal that needs to take place. We do have on-site snow storage available to remove it from the plaza. So there's a lot close by where we're able to store all that snow, so that because it can definitely accumulate pretty quickly, although not this winter, right? So next piece of that, we have the landscape and the irrigation. So there's 2 large planter boxes down there. Excuse me, 3 large planter boxes down there. So, revitalizing the plant life, making sure that the mulch is an appropriate depth and that all the irrigation is operating properly and on a good schedule to provide adequate water for all the trees as well as all the planter boxes. And then, as you can see in this photo, there's also the Denver Union Station fountain. So that is included in the scope for this project. And there's an underground mechanical and electrical vault that houses all the fountain equipment, the UV system, all the sand filtration system, as well as the underground holding tank for the water. Another big piece of this project is paver repairs and maintaining that ADA compliance, so that we minimize and eliminate any trip hazards down across the plaza. So we're actively kind of going down there, making sure that there's no trip hazards present, and then we'd work with the prime to ensure that any of those are addressed. Another piece is the electrical. So there's a lot of there's lighting throughout the plaza, as well as the pedestrian bridge, that are both covered under this contract. So ensuring that all the lighting is functioning properly, PMs are being done, and any repairs are coordinated with the project team. Next slide, please. In addition to that, we also have custodial and graffiti removal services going out for bid in 2026 on a lot of our light rail stations. So that includes the Central Platte Valley line, which encompasses 30th and Downing to Union Station, as well as the Convention Center to 16th Street Mall stops and all the stops along Welland. The 225 line, or the R line, that goes from Peoria to Dayton Station, and the Southeast line that goes from Louisiana Pearl all the way down to Lincoln Station. The 3 stations south of Lincoln are excluded, as they're part of another package that will be coming up in 2027. The scope here is a custodial. We'll have a custodial crew servicing all the stations daily, kind of between the hours of 5 a.m. and 7 p.m., providing sweeping trash, emptying trash cans, cleaning the glass, making sure that all the elevators are cleaned and mopped, performing any graffiti removal, and then doing power washing as well. So the contract includes quarterly power washing of the stations and an annual wash down of the parking structures along the station. And the anticipated advertisement timeframe is in Q3 of 2026. Next slide, please. We also have snow removal services at some of our light rail stations going out for bid this year as well. Again, it's that 225, the R line, the W line, and the Southeast line. So this includes hand shoveling, snow plowing, and ice mitigation. So the scope covers all the bus lanes, all the platform and boarding areas, any parking lots, any top levels of parking structures, and any sidewalks that are adjacent to RTD owned property. Next slide, please. And then that is actually it for me. I think I'm going to turn it over now. Well, before I turn it over, are there any questions? I didn't see any in the chat, unless I missed them.
No,
Just
there
really quick,
isn't.
I see one
Okay.
specifically asking if RTD is considering an on-call contract for marketing or communication firms.
Sorry, I don't have the answer to that question.
Yeah, I think
unfortunately.
it's something that it's important to look in OpenGov if there's any opportunity related to consulting in marketing or communication. I don't remember seeing any specifically coming, but I have seen it before. So, I mean, the key here is to always visit OpenGov. Thank you, Jose. And thank you for the question.
Yeah, thank you. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Ron and Tom to present on the remainder of the facility slides. So my email address is on the slide deck that will be emailed out. So I welcome any questions. So if anybody has Any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to assist. Thank you, everybody.
Good morning. Tom Garza, Public Facilities Manager for RTD. I co-manage the facilities maintenance department with Sean and Ron Posey. I'll be covering for Ron today. I do the public facilities and Ron does the buildings. So we'll get started. Ron, well, first project Ron has coming up is a garage door replacement at the Platt building. They're replacing 14 high-speed commercial rubber doors, garage doors. That one is in the planning process, so that'll be coming out probably in the second quarter of 2026. Next slide, please. Ron also has a air compressor replacement over in the Boulder facility at the Boulder garage. It's a backup compressor for their systems. That one, again, too, is in the planning process, and that should come out in the second quarter of 2026. Next slide, please. In public facilities, we work with the SBO department a lot. We go through a lot of the small business contracts. Small business contractors. We do a lot of curb and gutter replacement, small sections, not entire parking lots, but maybe 4 or 5 stones in a row and then scattered throughout a garage or throughout a parking lot. We do sidewalk replacements. We do sidewalk grinding. So we have high lips and stuff that need to be taken down. So we'll contract that stuff out. And with that work comes a lot of other opportunities like traffic control, demolition, and removing the debris from those projects. We also do fence installations throughout the district, removal land replacement, to kind of keep the RTD properties clean and to keep people out of areas where they shouldn't be. We do a lot of tree removal throughout the parking rides and through the parking lots. The last one we did was in Lafayette. We had a lot of trees that were affected with beetle kill that we had to get out of there, our beetle infestation. And we also do hydro digging in our drainage ponds and collection basins. We will go out and have a company come out and pressure wash and vacuum up that mud and all that silt sand just to keep those things clean and free flowing. But that's just the type of work that we do in public facilities that we contract out, smaller projects, but projects nonetheless. Next slide, please. One last thing, again, my email address is on the slide that you'll get mailed out, and so is Ron Posey's. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you.
Good. Thank you, Tom. Any question that you guys see, Arachi or Jose, do you guys see any potential questions so far?
Yes, there's one question on whether there are small business goals on large projects to partner with primes.
I can actually answer that one, and the answer is yes. We already have few goals on projects that will be posted in the near future related to Sean Moran and Tom Garza's information. So yeah, and also related to the big contracts. So there will be SBE goals. We cannot set DB goals on contracts regardless if they're federally funded. We can now set SBE goals on federally funded. We're also considering that option, and we have in some projects, but keep an eye on those projects. But so far, I mean, only with 20+ minutes discussion, I have seen scopes related to concrete demo, general contractors, snow removal, ice mitigation, janitorial, custodial, commercial doors, replacement, garage doors, air compressors, curb and gutter, traffic control, debris removal, fencing installation, tree removal. I mean, there is a lot of opportunities. I hope you guys will have a copy of this presentation and a link for the recorded session as well. But there is a lot coming now. So now let's move to information and technology. And for that, we have Rose Poelma, which is our manager of Program Management Office, PMO, And Rose has been helping in these presentations on the previous years. So thank you, Rose, again for being here for the community.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Alexis. Thank you.
Sure.
And good morning, everyone. I have 3 projects that I'm going to talk to you about this morning. And as Alexis said, I've been doing this for a few years. And so if you've been coming to these presentations, you might remember this first project. It's had a very twisty, turny life, but we're close. In fact, I expect it to actually be advertised here in March. We got one piece. We are close to getting this one out. So it is our ticket vending machine replacement project. Part of that evolution, this project started out, this procurement started out as the existing TVMs throughout the RTD area, 225 of them approximately. And as we've evaluated and looked at the usage, and lots of people are using online methods for their tickets, we've gotten to the place where this project's going to be, half of it's going to be removing approximately 112 of those existing TVMs and closing up the space and making sure it's all secure. And the other half of the project will be replacing the rest of them. So again, about 112 of them existing, as well as, the electrical and the network cabling underneath and so forth that go with these kinds of machines. Additionally, we are also going to procure, as part of this contract, 54, I believe this is the number of TVMs, new ones, brand new ones, to be installed along the Colfax BRT construction area. So if you've been in downtown Denver, you know about that construction. And that's all brand new install, all new electrical and network will be in there for those to be installed. And this does have a small business goal, which I don't remember the number. Jose, Alexis, if either one of you remember, help me out. But this one does have a goal.
It's a 5% goal.
Okay, all right. So so whoever gets this contract will be looking for subcontracting to a small business, probably for the installation and or removal portion of this project. Next slide, please. This next project, very, very new, just hit my group actually last week. And so we are at the very beginning, just starting to do requirements and scoping. So it has not been to the SBO office yet. So it does not have a goal, but it may, to answer that question from earlier. And this is for, it's very safety related. It's the bidirectional amplifiers, which is your radio signals within buildings when there's, so that police, fire, their radios, and ours will work within these facilities, police. So we know of some that need to be replaced. We know of some that we need to add new ones because the radio coverage isn't very good. So we anticipate that this will be advertised in Q3. And again, it may have a goal. It may be for that installation portion of this equipment. Next slide, please. And the third project that I have for you this year is we have a project for the bus and the fare boxes on the buses replacement. So if you ride the bus system, if you don't have a ticket, you on the bus right in the front, you can use cash and you can get a ticket. Those devices need to be replaced. So this will be for our entire fleet. And based on, again, this one's also very much in the very beginning. We haven't started scope and requirements yet, so it also has not gotten to Alexis's group. But again, I anticipate there may be a goal with this one. And again, it will be around the removal and installation of new equipment on the bus fleet. Probably what we're talking about is to do the procurement in fourth quarter and then start the installation in January of next year. And these are all funded projects. So I do anticipate that they will continue and go forth. So that's mine. Any questions for me?
Yes, Rose, there's a question whether it's going to be online ticket purchasing or do they need an alternate for TVM?
Well, you can do online ticketing. The TVMs, the ticket vending machines, are for credit cards and cash. When you walk up there and you need to do that, you don't have your phone or you don't wish to use your phone to do your online ticket. That's what the TVMs do. So that's how they're different from the cash boxes that were, these fare boxes that we're also going to replace on the buses. The TVMs are out on the platforms.
Thank you. And the second is a general question for all the PMs, I guess. It's what happens if the cost of goods, they increase during halfway through the project? Who will be responsible for incurring those costs? And how does that get handled?
Yeah, do we have any from capital programs specifically, or I think it's related to construction more than the IT project, right? Okay. Anyone wants to jump in, Tom or Sean, or I don't know if Joyce is still on the call. Okay, well, usually what happened is there's a change order. There's a discussion between, the awarded prime and RTD, and it's actually something that can be negotiated. Nothing is written in stone, like, the prime will be responsible. But now that we have the director of contracting and procurement, she's raising the hand. I don't know if we can make Dana unmute. If we can help with that, Mike, that would be great. So she can go ahead, Dana.
Hi, thank you. I'm sorry, I can't turn my camera on. So I just wanted to respond. I think what we try to do is build in anticipated potential increases into the solicitation, into the contract, into our estimates as we prepare putting something out for bid. I don't think it's as simple necessarily, Alexis. Yes, we can do change orders for unknown items, but I think we want to go in to these contracts with as solid an understanding of what costs are going to be, so that everyone's clear. Sorry, that's not a great answer, but we want to try to address it as upfront as much as possible. How's that?
That's great. Thank you for that clarification, Dana. Appreciate it.
And I would just add, I'm sorry, Alexis, I would just add, if there's something that isn't that should be brought up potentially at the time of if there's a concern that it's not adequately addressed when we have a solicitation out there during the inquiry period, the potential vendors can address this. And say, we think there may be a concern here with increased pricing, and we can try to address it in the inquiry period if it's not clear, already written into our solicitation documents.
Super. That's awesome. Thank you, Dana, for
thank you
responding and clarifying that.
Yeah.
And you can use your camera. I think we actually activated for you as well. So if you're more than welcome to answer any other question if you feel like.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you again.
And I appreciate everyone being here and asking these great questions.
Yeah. So now do we have another question? Either Vachi or Jose?
Yeah, we have a couple questions here. One is where will the bids be posted? That would, I'm assuming they're asking where will this information be posted? That would be our procurement website. You guys have talked about that a lot. Please check that website on a weekly basis. Are there any AI initiatives?
I haven't seen any, I don't know, Dana, or if you guys have any AI specific project coming to support RTD's operations.
I don't know of any in the works right now.
Okay. Yeah,
And again, I would just clarify that you can see active solicitations through OpenGov. You can receive notifications of solicitations when they're posted. You can also, there are 4 boxes, and one is upcoming solicitation. So as soon as we know something's in the works, even though it's not ready for publication yet, we try to make sure that upcoming solicitations are made aware to everyone who's registered, and I encourage everyone to register. It's free. You can get the notifications. And you can work with our team if you want to receive targeted notifications or all notifications of our RTD opportunities.
Great, thank you, Dana. Actually, we're
You're
going to have
welcome.
a couple of minutes discussion about
Okay.
OpenGov at the very end of this
Okay.
presentation.
Okay.
So there's going to be a little bit
Great.
more. Any other question before we move to the next presenter?
I have one here. It's does any of our work in landscaping or buildings ever include damage to plants from prairie dogs or rodents throughout the stations or properties?
Either Don or Shen Moran, do you guys have any answer for that?
We have nothing planned right now.
Good. All right. Well, still things that we actually can see it in the near future. Jit, I know you're raising your hand. Mike, if you can help us unmuting Jit, that would be great.
I did. He should be able to talk and
Jit, would
If
you
he-
like to unmute?
yeah,
Oh,
you can unmute now.
perfect.
There you go.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you, folks. Thank you. So in respect to prairie dog and any kind of mitigation, it has to be in accordance with RTD environmental mitigation strategies. And I think Mitch Pullum or Susan Wood can go into a bit more detail on that. And if you need more information, it is available on RTD Hub about environmental mitigation strategies. So if you have any questions, please reach out to Mitch Pullum or Susan Wood.
Super. Thank you for that, Jeet.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. All right. Any other question before we move to the next one? Jose or Vashi?
Are there any cybersecurity initiatives?
Rose, do we have any information about cybersecurity projects at this moment?
We do have a number of ongoing cybersecurity projects, but none of them have procurements related to them. So,
Okay. Would it be good just to always keep an eye on OpenGov as well, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Super. All right. So let's move on really quick. The time is clicking. Now we're going to have Erin Vallejos she's the Senior Manager of Contracted Services. Erin, I don't see Erin, but Erin, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
Super. Yes, thank you.
And I should be on camera, but if not, my apologies. Good afternoon, everyone, or morning, everyone. Geez. My name is Erin Vallejos. I am actually right now the Acting Deputy Assistant General Manager of Bus Operations, but when I'm not in an acting role, that is correct, I'm the Senior Manager of Contracted Services. So for those of you that have been attending these for a while, this is an opportunity similar to ones we presented in the past. But next slide, please. So upcoming, we are going to have a solicitation to provide fixed route contracted services for RTD. So what this contract entails is not only operations of the service itself, but it also contains an aspect of maintenance of the vehicles that are used to provide the services. And right now, we do not have a definitive date for when the solicitation is coming out, but it is going to be probably by the end of Q2 this year, 2026. I'm thinking probably more the May timeframe, but again, as Alexis continues to note, for those interested in this opportunity, please continue to check OpenGov, as obviously we'll be advertising it there. Next slide, please. So again, this is providing not only the operations of the service, but also the maintenance of the vehicles. So some of the potential subcontracting opportunities are going to be lubricants for the buses. And some of our contractors also have support vehicles that also require maintenance. So it could be for those vehicles as well. There's opportunities for cleaning, which could be vehicle cleaning, but also the facility that is housed for providing the service and maintenance. Upholstery repair. Currently, our vehicles do have cloth seats, and so from time to time, those do get damaged and need to be repaired. Fueling of the buses is another opportunity. Parts that are used for repair of the buses, but again, also the support vehicles that are used within the operations. Tires, uniforms, tow truck services, pest control, landscaping, glass repair and replacement, lot cleaning, kind of street sweeping. And then there is an opportunity for fuel that does exclude diesel, but as I mentioned, some contractors do have support vehicles that might be an opportunity there. And then kind of some recruiting and temporary personnel efforts. So as you can see, there are a lot of subcontracting opportunities available through this contract. So again, I really encourage you to look at OpenGov. Encourage anyone that might be interested in any of these opportunities to be sure that you attend the pre-proposal briefing for this contract. And I am happy to answer any questions.
Super. Thank you. Thank you very much, Erin. Do we have any question related to Erin's portion? Team, if you guys see any question, just let me know.
Is there a need for upholstery cleaning on seats for the bus?
That is an area that there could be opportunity for subcontracting. Man, I don't know why I can't say that word today. Subcontracting opportunities, yes. So again, if that's something that your company provides, again, I encourage you to come to the pre-proposal briefing.
Yeah, that's a great advice. Any other question in the radar?
No, none that I can see.
Thank you. Thank you both. All right. Well, again, thank you, Erin. Bus Contractor Services has a couple of projects that usually are multi-million-dollar contracts, and usually we set a DBE goal. Meanwhile, under the USDOT IFR, we're not setting any goal on this new particular contract, but potential opportunities will be there. Subcontracting opportunities will be there, and have been always.
Alexis?
We do
Sorry.
have a couple. A couple questions popped up that are specific for Erin.
Sure.
So, what would be the best estimate? What would be an estimated shift for cleaning services for buses?
Yeah, so that's actually not a specific question I can answer because kind of how the work happens and how that is divvied up is the responsibility of the responding prime contractor for determining how that fits within their operations. So again, I keep plugging the pre-proposal briefing. I do see another question about opportunity for pest control. Also plug watching OpenGov for the pre-proposal briefing. Attending that, you'll be able to see the companies that are indicating, I believe, that they're interested in being primes on this opportunity. And so that'll be a great way to connect.
Super. Rashi, any other question? I think you mentioned there's might be other questions.
No, that was it. She got it. Thank you.
Got it. Perfect. So yes, again, even if there's no specific contract goals, contractors are also always looking for subcontracting opportunities. And Erin just mentioned a few of those. They can be creative and look for other areas, but we have seen those areas already covered with small and local firms. All right, so let's move to RTD Rail Operations area, which is Michael Milich. He's the Senior Manager of Commuter Rail Contract Services. Mike, if you want to go ahead and start your portion.
Yeah, thank you, Alexis. Yeah, my name's Michael Milledge. I'm Senior Manager of Commuter Rail Contracted Services with RTD. Also the contract manager for the concession lease agreement that we have with Denver Transit Partners, as well as their O&M contractor, Denver Transit Operators. I'm also a liaison with several jurisdictions that interface with our rail operations. What does that mean? That means anytime that these different jurisdictions or even third parties have projects that come out, they will reach out to us about their projects. We'll coordinate with them. So there's always projects that we find out that are being done by other folks that we have to interface with. And for example, I wanted to kind of touch base on Alexis' original comment about how nice it is. It's so nice that I decided to be on this call in my car outdoors. So anyways, I'm actually here at 270 Bridge doing a little inspection, or actually a diagnostics with CDOT and PUC. And there's also other projects that we interface with on the end line, which is a pedestrian bridge. So those are other opportunities that you might consider looking at those different jurisdictions. Thank you for going to the next slide. Rail operations. What does the rail system look like? What is it? Well, we have 113 miles of track, 77 stations encompassing both light rail and commuter rail lines. There's 6 light rail lines, 4 commuter rail lines, and multiple assets that we have to operate and maintain on a regular basis. For commuter rail specifically, we have requirements with the Federal Railroad Administration, excuse me. And so some of the assets that we have to maintain are light rail and commuter rail trains, our track, our right-of-way, bridges, systems and communications, signal, excuse me, signal and train control, traction power, and then we got our facilities, stations, and maintenance facilities. Next slide, please. So what do we have for contracted services? Well, we have fencing, we have cleaning services such as stations and trains, we have landscaping, we have track surfacing, security services, which we'll talk about here shortly, electrical and snow removal. Next slide, please. All right, so some of the upcoming contract opportunities that we have, unfortunately, they're kind of in the works right now. So I don't know if there's going to be a lot of opportunity for these, but in the future, there'll be several opportunities. Inline, on the inline, we have in-service commuter rail vehicle cleaning contract, which we're currently renewing right now. Procurement was actually yesterday, February 24th. We have an upcoming security contract, which myself and our transit police have been coordinating with on having security contracted services for different facilities on the light rail, commuter rail, buses, you name it. And, that one is proposals are due March 5th. And for my interest on that one especially is the second crew member person on the commuter rail, the A line and B line and G line rail lines. And so that project is out right now if there is any interest. Next slide, please. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, we have a concession lease agreement with Denver Transit Partners, Denver Transit Operators, which we executed in 2010. Pursuant to our concession lease agreement, Denver Transit Partners contractor operations and maintenance contractor, Denver Transit Operators. Excuse me. They actually operate and maintain the A line, the B line, and the G line, plus Denver Union Station and the commuter rail maintenance facility. So there'll be a lot more about that here shortly. So I just want to introduce Dina Salama, who's the DTO CFO, as well as Chad Polhamus, who is their DTO contractors. So with that, if there's any questions for me specifically, otherwise, I think we can turn it over to Chad.
I don't see any specific to you, but I do have a general question that's asking whether catering would be involved in some of these contracts.
It might, but that will be something that there's a way to contact the awarded prime. Also in OpenGov, that's another way to look for contracting or subcontracting opportunities. RTD does have few catering or requests for quotes on specific catering during the year. Those solicitations will go out eventually. We don't have that many, but small ones might go out in OpenGov. And again, you have to take a look and see if those opportunity. Always first register your vendor or your firm as a vendor in OpenGov so you can get those notifications if you want to. But again, we're going to talk a little bit about how to get those notifications in a few minutes. Chat.
Hello, everybody. As Mike introduced me as, my name is Chad Polhamus. I am the Procurement and Contracts Manager for Denver Transit Operators. You can go ahead to the next 2 slides there, Crystal. As he stated, Denver Transit Operators is contracted to operate and maintain the A line, B, and the G lines for RTD, which includes, the rolling stock, track, platform stations, signal houses, the crossings, the non-revenue fleets. So there's quite a bit that we do operate and maintain for them. Go ahead into the next slide. And for the upcoming contract opportunities, we have a project we're looking for concrete and asphalt contractors for. That's going to be open for bid probably about mid-2026. Electrical PM maintenance, that'll be late 2026. We are currently in the process of getting a bid ready for our elevator PM maintenance and repairs. And then we are also looking for a structural bridge repair contractor. That will be opening up here probably in mid-2026. For upcoming years, we have a landscape maintenance, janitorial and snow removal that will all be coming up for renewal in 2027. And while I just want to also note that these opportunities you will not see on RTD's OpenGov site. So you will need to contact me if you are interested, as well as, there are opportunities that do pop up through the year that may not be listed on here. So if you're interested in becoming a vendor to be put on that list, feel free to reach out to me with your information and I'll gladly add you to our list of potential vendors. And yeah, I think that's probably about it for me. What's the next slide, Crystal? Oh, and there's my contact information. So feel free to reach out to me with any questions, like I said, and for the opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad. Yeah, just so you know, we have a 12% SBE goal on all the contract for DTO. So it's a huge amount of opportunity. Again, we encourage you to contact Chad or Dina, in this case, Chad directly, if you want to have more information about this. And just to repeat what he just said, remember those particular solicitations won't be posted in RTD's OpenGov, will be in their particular website. But we're partners. I mean, we want opportunities for the community, so that's why he's here sharing those contracting opportunities. Any question related to DTO or rail again, either Jose or Vashi?
We have a few questions here.
Okay.
Are there any non-destructive evaluation of bridge decks or other concrete structures coming up this year?
That will be for RTD in general, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Tom or Sean, if you guys are there, if you have any specific, or Jeet, if you have any specific answer for that question.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yes. Go ahead,
Are
Jose.
there any non-destructive evaluation of bridge decks or other concrete structures coming up this year?
Is G or Joyce still on? They would have that information.
Okay, we have the question.
Okay.
We will get the answer right with the chat. We'll go back to all participants later, either tomorrow or at the latest on Friday. So we'll make sure that answer will be included. Any other question, Jose?
Yes. Is there an opportunity for digital signage at any of the bus or rail stations?
So digital signage.
Yes.
Any digital signage? Have you guys seen any? I haven't seen any particular opportunity, but if there's any particular, Tom, if you want to answer that.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that would be, I believe Alan Pratt's department, but I would think that with the opening of the Colfax BRT and the upcoming BRT projects that are coming up, that's probably gonna be a reality at some point here soon.
Good. So we have that question also open to provide you guys with an answer in response once we get this chat going back to you guys in an email. But thank you, Tom, for guiding us where to get the answer. All right. Before moving on, any other question, Raji?
Yes. Are there opportunities that is available for subs, or are you looking for GCs?
Oh, there is always opportunities on subcontracting. We got almost 400 subcontractors working in our active and open contracts. That represents opportunity for pretty much 300 firms. Some of them has multiple subcontracting opportunities. So again, even if we don't set a goal, there will be always, most of the time, not always, of course, opportunities. It's up to the awarded prime if they want to sublet a portion of the work. But most of our opportunities represents maybe one or more scope. So subcontractors always will be there. Again, that's something that if you're connected to OpenGov, you will be getting notifications about contracting opportunities. And I'll talk a little bit about that in just a few minutes as well.
I think there's one more that wasn't answered. Is there an
Okay.
opportunity for digital signage at any of the bus or rail stations?
So we will get that answer in a chat. I mean, in the email response later on.
Okay, that's it then.
All right. Now we're going to move to Michael Karoshik. He's part of contracting and procurement. He's the materials handling and purchasing manager. And Michael will talk a little bit about those purchases that we do in RTD. Most likely that will happen this year. Michael, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I really appreciate your time. And again, my name is Michael Karolchik. It has my contact information on this slide. So that's the best way to get a hold of me if you have any questions in reference to any of the material that I'll be covering today. So next slide, please. All right, so I am the material handling and purchasing manager, and basically what that entails is the warehouse operations, the inventory control, and the purchasing for material as well. So the overall inventory at RTD is approximately $42 million. It's actually probably $42.5 million. We have 31,685 unique inventory items located across the division. So we have basically about 7 different divisions that covers commuter rail, light rail, maintenance of way, and also bus operations. So for the next 2 hours, I'm actually going into great detail on every single 31,000 items. I'm just kidding. I'm just going to highlight a couple of these items. So obviously a real big one for us at RTD is safety. Safety is always going to be one of the biggest items that we look at to make sure that we're doing our job safely. So in order to do that, we have to make sure that we have the material on hand. So some examples of the items in our safety inventory is safety vest. We carry actually a variety, probably about 2 or 3 different varieties of safety vests, in a wide range of sizes as well, going from actually probably XXL all the way down to small. We have hard hats, We have a variety of gloves, cut resistance gloves, nitrile, hex armor, leather, welding gloves, all sorts of different gloves that we carry on site. We have different ear protection as well. So we have earmuffs, disposable earplugs, variety of disposable earplugs, respirators, a variety of different types of respirators. And again, we have to be certified, all the rest of that good stuff that goes along with that, and a multitude of other safety items as well. On the bus side, and again, this just kind of really is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the material. So again, if there's any question, by all means, shoot me an email and I will respond back. Paint, we look at accelerators and activator, gloss, satin, spray sealer. So imagine any kind of detail work that we're going to be doing on the bus, we're going to pretty much have that inventory on hand. We carry a variety of fasteners. We do have a contract for fasteners that do bench stock. But above and beyond the bench stock contract, we also have a variety of fasteners that we carry in inventory. We have body parts that we get. We have a variety of engines, transmissions, brake parts, filters, absorbent pads, glass cleaners, brake pads, windshields, bearings. In our district shops, warehouse, that's kind of the hub of the warehouse operation. In theory, we have enough parts to basically build a bus from the ground up. So we've always kind of, which means I have a lot of inventory that I have a count and everything else. So next slide, please. For the light rail vehicles, we have quite a bit. Basically, we two different storerooms for the light rail side of the house. And those storerooms are located on the south side of town. And actually constitutes a pretty big percentage of the overall inventory dollars that we have on hand. So some of those items are the light rail tires. We do brake calipers, carbon strips, towels, again, the absorbent pads, lube sticks, a glass cleaner. We're going through a seat cushion project right now, and looking at the actual material, replacing all that, brake cleaners, filters. So, and again, you just imagine riding on a light rail, and pretty much any of those parts that you see are going to be in inventory or hopefully readily available. Facility maintenance, kind of a broad stroke on this. We don't carry a lot of the facility day-to-day operations. What we do cover is more of the basic commodities like paper towels, wipe balls, the cloths, the Scotch-Brite pads, a different variety of batteries. Our 8D top batteries is what we use primarily in our buses. So we go out to bid for those. We have a different variety of lamps, different blades, knife blades, fire extinguishers that we actually carry for the buses and light rail vehicles, as well as the facilities. On our maintenance of way items, we have anchors. We have a wire contact trolley wire that we're actually in the middle of replacing a good bit of that this year. We have, again, variety of batteries and towels and wheels and all sorts of different stuff that we carry. Replacing rail sections, we keep a lot of that stuff in inventory. We keep a 40-foot rail as well as the 80-foot rail in stock over at Rio. And then we also have the rail clips and safety vests and everything else.
Nice.
And I believe I'm going to hand it off to Alexis for the next set.
Thank you, Michael. Any question, Jose or Vachi, for Michael?
Yes, there is one. They're asking whether the bidders have to submit an estimate for all of the items or just reach out for each section.
Each section. So our inventory section is a good question. We review inventory in our planning tool. And so every day we come into work and we have a a list of items that we have to review. And once we review it and release the PR, then it'll go out for quotes for our purchasing agents to purchase. Hopefully that answers the question.
Yes, thank you, Michael.
I don't see any other questions at the moment.
Okay, thank you so much. I really do appreciate everyone's time today.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you very much. So again, next steps, one of the things that we want to make sure is that you are registered as a vendor in RTD's procurement portal. So if you go to rtd-denver.com, that will be the way to land in RTD's website, as it's actually the best way to look for information in general aspect about RTD. But if you see, I just went there, rtd-denver.com, and next to about RTD is doing business with RTD. If you land in RTD's page and you don't know exactly where to go, just remember either going on the top left right there, or just scroll down at the very bottom, and then you can also click where it says doing business with RTD right here. So either or, you're going to land in this particular page. And again, it's important to all of you to register as a vendor. The first step is right here, establish your business with RTD. So you will click in this particular first step right here, and it will help you, setting up your account, and even including after your email, your company name, company information, contact information, logo, the company logo, any other, if you're certified or not, your NAICS codes. Everything is there for you to complete that particular portion in as an RTD vendor. Is the way to be able to upload your bids or proposals. You might be able just to see information about opportunities, but you won't be able just to upload anything unless you have your own account. The other important fact is when you go to the second step right here is to either click on current solicitations, and you'll see it's actually there right now, what we have posted, and you'll be able just to see, exactly when is the due date. If you can just bear with me for a couple of seconds, it's actually downloaded right here. So you can see we have plenty of opportunities, and you just have to go there and open up, and you will see what we got posted right now, including on-call plumbing services, RFI for vehicle advertising, property development, 40th Avenue and York Street, light rail battery, access on demand, benefits consultant, design support consultants. That actually has a 15% SBE goal, security officer services. So you will be able just to click and have all the information related to that particular bid. Let me see if I can just go back really quick. If you wanted to take a look on upcoming solicitations, you will click in this second box right here, which is upcoming solicitations, and you'll get a chance just to get ready before that solicitation is posted. So you'll see here there's 4 actually coming up pretty soon. So the best way to get to know that is clicking here. So my recommendation for you in order to follow any opportunity that we just talked today is to register your firm. Make sure you include all your information. You set up your account correctly, not only your email, and then you'll be able just to navigate around once you see that opportunity. Even when you click on that particular solicitation that is posted, you can go to followers. On followers, you will see actually who identify themselves as potential proposer. And if you want to partner with that particular company, the information will be there. You can just say, hey, I know you're listed here as a proposer. Actually, we can do this portion of the work along with you. Here's my contact information. You have to get those things going if you want to increase your chances doing opportunity for RTD. So again, it's not only as a prime. You can actually look that way as a sub. But that's pretty much, I just wanted to make sure you're actually going to open up and register your firm. And before that, it's important also if you're a small firm to get the RTD's SBE certification. For that, I have Tony, Crystal, if you want to share the PowerPoint again. We got Tony Pinkham to briefly talk about the RTD's SBE certification. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, thanks, Alexis. Good morning, everybody. My name is Tony Pinkham, SBE Certification Specialist here at RTD. Here to talk to non-certified firms as well as our currently certified firms. Crystal, if you wouldn't mind going to the next slide for me, that'd be great. We're all here for one common reason. We want to do business with RTD. We need all of you to become certified as a SBE with RTD. So ultimately, we're hopefully putting more SBE goals on all of our contractual opportunities. That's what we're all here for. That's why we joined this meeting, is to do business with RTD. So I have a message for the certified firms as well as the non-certified firms. For non-certified firms, now is the time to submit your SBE application. We have a lot of good stuff coming down the pipeline, a wide array of opportunities, as Alexis has gone through today, along with the project managers. And we also have a couple important updates that we wanted to share with you as well, in hopes of you pursuing the RTD SBE certification with us. First and foremost, I saw a question about the cost for SBE certification. SBE certification is free of charge. There's no cost for processing or the actual issuing of the certification. Same thing with OpenGov, there's no cost. So no reason not to start your application process. There will be no fees collected, 100% free of charge. Extremely quick process. Right now our turnaround times are running around 7 to 14 business days, depending on the volume of new certification applications that we received. Significantly faster than most agencies, and sometimes they do come even quicker than those 7 to 14 days. Opportunities to fulfill and count toward SBE contract goals on locally and federally funded projects, and invitations to pre-bid meetings. I know Alexis touched base on this a little bit earlier, as far as the federally funded projects, trying to hopefully put some SBE goals attached to those. Kind of a slow rollout process, but that is what we're looking to accomplish here. For contracts, and this is a big one as well, for contracts where an SBE certification have been set, or for contracts when an SBE certification goal has been set, only RTD's SBE certified firms will be counted towards the contract goal. So that's something that we're implementing as well, which makes it a big emphasis on why you do need to pursue the RTD SBE application. For contracts with the SBE goals, we will only be accepting RTD's SBE certified firms, significantly shrinking your competition levels as well, which is another benefit to you as well, to pursue the certification. Next slide, please, Crystal. So recently we did add other agencies to our certification program. We're happy to be partnering with them. RTD's SBE certification is utilized by Denver Public Schools, Denver Water, and newly by Xcel Energy and Denver Housing Authority. So those are two big agencies that are now accepting RTD's SBE certification, which in return means more contractual opportunities for small businesses such as yourself. So keep in mind that now it is Denver Public Schools, Denver Water, Xcel Energy, and Denver Housing Authority, all utilizing RTD's SBE database and SBE certification. Next slide, please, Crystal. So this message is for our already certified firms that already have our SBE certification. Just a couple updates that we wanted to make sure everybody is aware of. As an SBE certified firm with RTD, RTD has been utilizing B2G Now since July of 2025 for our certification management. Makes it extremely easy to get certified and to maintain your certification as well, with annual updates and recertification process. Everything is done through B2G Now. I know if you've been around for a while certified with us, we used to kick it a little bit old school with documentation being emailed, scanned, faxed in, so on and so forth. This makes it significantly easier for you guys to get certified and maintain that certification status. Please make sure you have created an account so that you are receiving the notifications about your annual updates and recertifications directly from B2G Now. If you do not have a B2G Now account established, you will not be receiving your 45-day prior, 15-day prior, 15-day post, and 45-day post notifications on your certification. So you really won't have any idea when that is due. So please make sure that you have an account registered so that you do receive those notifications. If you are not sure if you have an account or not, you can utilize the account lookup tool at the bottom right of the home screen. At the end of this presentation, we're going to give you a link. I know there's been some questions about people not seeing their RTD SBE certification, how to renew that through City and Counties portal. We do need to keep in mind that City and Counties portal, even though it is B2G now and you'll be able to view your RTD SBE certification, you do need to use RTD specific B2G now link to manage your certification and apply for certification. You won't be able to manage your certification or apply through City and Counties portal. You will have to use RTD specific B2G now account link, which we will share at the end of this at the end of the presentation. So if you're not sure if you have an account, once you get the RTD B2G link, you'll go to the very bottom right and you'll do an account lookup. That'll tell you if your firm has an email address associated with that firm, and then you could reset the password or do whatever you need to do to be able to log into that account. That kind of rolls into the next thing here. If you have already created an account, you can request password reset or log into the portal. So if you do not have an account, please create one. And once you are logged in, to submit any annuals or renewals, recertifications, you'll select apply for renew certification and submit the appropriate renewal, annual update, or recertification. This is also where you will start a new application. So this is apply for renew certification all in one. If you're looking to start a new application, you click on that. If you're looking to renew your annual updates or your recertifications, you're going to click on the same button. Just a reminder as well, RTD's SBE program is open to any qualifying small business, regardless of the race or gender of its owners. So completely race gender neutral program here for you guys to hopefully consider and get certified in. Next slide, please, Crystal. All right, so where do you send your documents? So if you are not very tech savvy and you prefer to do it the old-fashioned way, you could always email your documents or any inquiries, whatever you need, to sbo@rtd-denver.com. I monitor that email address, or you could send it to me directly at tony.pinkham@rtd-denver.com. I strongly encourage you, if you have any questions about your current status as an RTD SBE certification firm, to reach out. I'll make sure I give you the due dates, when you need to provide your renewals. Make sure you can register and get signed up with B2G now so that we can keep you active in our directory and give you guys more opportunities to contractual opportunities. So via B2G now, so this is the link you're going to need if you want to take a picture, screenshot it, whatever you need to do on your computer. This is RTD specific B2G now link. Like I said, City and County also uses B2G now, but RTD has a different link, as you can see. This is rtd-denver.gobtg.com. So you won't be able to access your certifications for RTD through any other agency's portals. You will have to use this specific link. And then if you want to mail in any documents, tax returns, if you feel more comfortable doing that, there's our physical address as well, 1660 Blake Street, Denver, Colorado, 80202. So that's all I have for you guys today. Please make sure to reach out if you have any questions about getting certified or your current certification status.
Thank you, Tony. Any question? I know Urvashi was answering a few of the questions. Any other question, Jose or Tony?
Do you ever hire translation companies, especially English to Spanish?
I have seen some contracts in OpenGov specifically for translation. And yes, if there's no opportunity at this very moment, that doesn't mean you won't have any opportunity. But yeah, the request is for you to always look, and we have, had those kind of contracts before. Any other question?
Is there somewhere where we can see who was awarded specific contracts?
Yes, in OpenGov, I was just navigating a little bit on upcoming solicitations, current solicitation. Next to those two red box, there is upcoming solicitations and awarded solicitations. So you can just click right there. Again, go to OpenGov. It's a very easy portal to navigate, and I mean, you get impressed about how much information you can get. Again, if you don't see opportunities for you particularly, just talk to your vendors that and let them know there's opportunity related to your scope in RTD's contracting opportunity. We want more vendors. We want our local vendors to have these chances. The more opportunity we have in OpenGov, that represents more opportunities for you, but it's up to you to go in OpenGov and click and submit your bids and interest on those particular solicitations. Now, while we answer maybe one or two more questions, I want to go ahead and move to the QR code to pretty much evaluate the session. Again, if you wanted to get more opportunities, this is the link where you're going to go to the procurement resources. We talk a little bit about how to get there anyway. Move to the next slide, please. This is the team that has been helping today. Jose, Crystal, Tony, and Orvachi. And again, the next slide, which is this one. Please, we want to know specific comments about this session, it was helpful or not. So we appreciate if you can actually share your feedback. It's going to take only 1 minute, as you can see. All right, well, you guys aim your phone and open that particular evaluation, satisfaction evaluation. If you guys can actually take a minute to do that, that would be great. While we do that, do we have any other question, either Jose or Vashi?
Urvashi just answer, I think. Yeah, somebody's asking if the SBE certification is good only in Colorado, or is it part of the SBE federal program?
Yes, actually, it's only Colorado. Colorado is, we actually certify small businesses, it's a local certification program. So I'm not sure if anybody will honor that certification in another place. They can look, it's open to the public to look in the database, but that doesn't mean you can actually use it for any other SBE goal in any other state. It's actually for RTDs, and the ones that Tony mentioned are actually using our database to honor, you know, and count your participation as a small firm. So I hope that answered your question. Any other question, Jose?
There's a couple here from Chris from Data Exos. I'm gonna try to summarize a couple of them. One of them is on the cloud side. They're asking for web application, in-house web applications, or other cloud-related initiatives. Also, they're asking specifically to Michael, do you experience any issues with managing? Oh, I'm sorry. The chat moved. Do you have managing your over 31,000 item inventory system, or are you looking for efficiency optimizations around the system?
Michael, are you still there?
He had to drop off.
Okay, no worries. Dina, I don't know if you want to answer that question, or we can just get the answer back in our email.
We can get the answer back after I talk to him.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, we're taking notes. We're going to answer those questions that are outstanding. It's already 10:25. We want to be cautious on the timing as well. I just want to say thank you for all the chambers of commerce that has been supporting this kind of event, sharing, you know, the information and fostering opportunities to small businesses. Also, thank you for the firms that are active in you know, our open and active contracts. You're doing great for RTD. You really represent a lot of value for RTD. And thank you all, especially you all, for attending this meeting. We broke the record for attending the virtual meetings. We hit more than 200, so that's great participation. We feel really happy that you guys joined us this morning. Thank you for all the project managers to take the time to talk about these contracting opportunities. Also, thank you, Dana and Jeet, that were actually able to answer a few questions as well. Thank you, my team. Thank you, Gabe. And thank you all. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you in the next one. Next one will be in April. And we'll let you know exactly when and how you can register for the next one. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Crystal, if you can go back to the QR code and keep it there for a few more minutes, that would be great. Thank you. So if anybody hasn't already aimed and answered, you know, the small survey, please do it before you go. Thank you very much.